This tutorial is about creating a filter in eCatalog. I'm going to open up eCatalog. I'm going to select my company, and I'm going to open up my IBE file. A filter is used to filter out and not be looking at all of your items in GP. So I've got 1197 items right now. If I go up to Setup, Filter, or by clicking on this icon up here, the one that looks like a little shower head, satellite dish, I guess it's supposed to be a filter, a funnel. What we have is we have filter folders, and within the folders we have filters. So with the filters highlighted, I click on New at the top. I give my filter a name. Now I have a filter folder. Now I click on that folder and I click on New again. Now I'm putting a filter within that folder. I give it a name, and then I decide what fields I'm going to base my criteria on. I can make this a very complex by using ands and ors and parentheses. So I might want to say where the item class code is not equal to a space, and maybe the item type, got an item type in here. Item type is equal to sales inventory, because I don't want discontinued ones. So I just want sales inventory, not service items. So if that's what I want my filter to be, to say these are the items that are going to be on my website, then I save it. And now I have the plus sign in front of my filter folder. If I highlight my filter I just created and say apply and exit, it will say that it filtered it down to 1118. Now really what you want to do is you want to create a field, and you want to indicate for that field how you're going to identify which items should be displayed on the website. So what I've done here is we've identified one of the GP item category fields. Those are when you're in your GP item card, they're on your option. When you click options, it's over on the right hand side. You'll see 6 possible category fields. You can label those fields. Your GP partner can help you if you don't understand that piece of it. You can label that field and give it some options. So when you create an item, you pick an option on that item category field to define whether or not the item will be on your website. If you just have one website, maybe a B2C, it can be as simple as saying a yes or a no, or a Y or a W or an N. If you have multiple websites, you might want to utilize that field for multiple purposes. So if I go into edit mode, you'll see that I defined mine. I labeled it website. And when I'm in that field, you see the ... That means it's a list type field where I get to pick a value from. The options that I've defined for that field are to put a B in it if it's on my B2B site, to put both in it if it's on both my B2B and my B2C, and to put a C in it if it's on my B2C site, or just on my B2C site. So you'll see that I have some items that are listed that are both. I have some that have B and I have some that have C. So really what I want to do is I want to set up my filter to base it off that field. So I created this one called tutorial, and I created a B2C filter in this folder called tutorial and a B2C filter. And I said I want to base that, it's that user category. Mine was the third one. So it's user category 3 if it equals a both, meaning it's on both my B2B and my B2C, or it's just on my B2C. So that's the filter that I used for my site to define my B2C filter. So if I wanted to define my B2B, I would highlight my tutorial folder or whatever folder I want to put it in, and I'm going to create new. I'm going to call this my B2B, and I'm going to use the same field. It's called website, where it's equal to a both. Insert that expression, or it's equal to a B. Insert expression. So I just built this with an OR clause. Then I save it. So now I have my B2B filter and my B2C. So if I highlight my B2C, say apply and exit, that's 56 items. If I go back to my filters, open up to my tutorial and apply my B2B, That's 29 items. So you see I've filtered it down to, I have two different filters, so I'm looking at two different subsets of my data. Your filter is going to be used to apply it to the catalog. So even though you've set up your item category tree, you created that root node, that was your catalog name, and you've put items in groups and assigned them to the leaf nodes, even though those items are assigned to the leaf nodes, they will not show up unless they're in the filter that we're going to apply to that catalog. And we're going to be applying one of these filters. So you'll want to follow up. You're going to next watch the video about creating a sort. That's involved in your catalog as well. And then we have to apply, there's another video talking about how to apply your filter and your sort to your catalog setup within the eCatalog program. This concludes this training session.